If you're stricter about which meetings you attend and your colleagues do the same to free up space in their calendars, will you ever manage to book a meeting with all the essential participants again? I'm David Stiernholm, and today in the Struktör podcast Done, I'll share how it is still possible to find a meeting time with colleagues who all want to work undisturbed from time to time. But first, how do you avoid saying yes to too much? Because isn't it sometimes hard to know if you should say yes or no? Let me tell you what I did that helped me in a quick video right now on the Struktör blog. There's a link there in the show notes. When I visit organizations where employees have described feeling like they have too many meetings, I usually address that problem in my talks. I then discuss evaluating the priority of meetings and saying yes or no to them based on the same principles as other tasks. I recommend playing a sliding puzzle game with one's own scheduled time to make time for tasks that one otherwise wouldn't have time for due to all the meetings. I describe how I managed to shape my work weeks the way I want them by creating a standard calendar that I followed. Since a common theme in my message is that employees need to take more control over their time and planning, participants often exclaim, "But if everyone got to do what they wanted with their calendars, we would never be able to have any meetings. Everyone would just make themselves unavailable to work in peace, and it would be impossible to find a time to meet." I understand the concern. However, it's based on the assumption that no one wants to have meetings, which is not my experience. On the contrary, most people find meetings extremely useful and important. It's just that not all meetings are equally valuable or perceived as such. Too often, people have sat in meetings and quietly wondered, what am I doing here? There are many nuances between lots of meetings and no meetings at all. I'm sure that you and your colleagues can find a balance where you refrain from attending meetings that don't bring value so that you can both participate more fully in the meetings you choose to be a part of and have time for other high priority tasks that happen not to be meetings. Even if you adopt a tactic for easily saying no to meetings, you won't enthusiastically say no to all meetings. Everything can be abused. Of course, you'll say no to meetings with a clear head so that you can maintain the collaborations that are crucial to you and the organization you work for. Do this. Look at your calendar a few weeks back and a few weeks ahead. Take note of the meetings you have. Look for meetings where you know you don't contribute and where the meeting doesn't benefit you in return. Consider refraining from attending those meetings and others like them in the future. Can you end your participation in that context so you won't be invited anymore? Can you ask just to read the notes afterwards? Can you make a deal with a colleague to take turns attending those types of meetings to both represent your department and catch up on relevant information? Also, note the meetings that you have had and will have that are crucial for your job success. Be happy that you can attend them and that they help you achieve your goals. Because if you are stricter about which meetings you attend and which you refrain from, you'll utilize the form of work meeting better. You will use a meeting when it is the best way to solve a task and refrain from taking a meeting when there are no other ideas on how to move forward. You'll use your time better and focus more on what's important. How do you choose which meetings to attend? What's the deciding factor? Write to me and tell me, because I'm curious. You can reach me at david@stiernholm.com. I'm all ears. Thanks for today and see you again next week.